In the heart of Zulu village, there lived a famous medicine man named Obi. His powers were known far and wide, and people would travel from distant lands to seek his remedies and spells. But over time, the admiration of the villagers went to Obi's head. His heart, once humble, now brimmed with pride. One sunny afternoon, after curing a man of an illness that was difficult for other healers, Obi stood before the villagers, chest puffed out. "I have mastered the ways of the spirits and the secrets of nature," he proclaimed. "There is nothing I cannot do." The villagers murmured among themselves, some shaking their heads. Among them was an elder woman, whose wrinkled face carried the wisdom of many seasons. "Be careful, Obi," the old woman said gently, leaning on her stick. "Pride comes before a fall. Even the strongest tree can be toppled by the wind." Obi smirked, dismissing her words with a wave of his hand. "What do you know of my powers, old woman?" he said, his voice sharp. "I can do anything. Why, I can even carry a child, just like the woman of the village." The crowd gasped. Laughter broke out from some of the younger men, and a few of the women exchanged looks of disbelief. "You, a man, give birth?" The old woman chuckled softly, her eyes twinkling with both amusement and concern. "Obi, the spirits have given different tasks to men and women. Do not challenge their wisdom." But Obi, blinded by arrogance, was determined. "Watch me," he said. "I will show you that I can do even this." That night, Obi walked in his hut, mixing herbs and chanting spells under the flickering light of a fire. After many hours, he drank the potion he had created, confident in his abilities. Soon after, a strange sensation settled over him, and within days, his belly began to swell. At first, Obi felt triumphant. "Look at me," he boasted to the villagers. "I told you I could do anything." But as the months passed, Obi's pride began to falter. His back ached, his feet swelled, and strange cravings consumed him. The labor pains started unexpectedly one night, sharp and relentless. The once proud healer now groaned in agony, sweat pouring down his face. "Help," he cried, clutching his belly. "Somebody, help me." Hearing his cries, the women of the village gathered outside his hut, whispering among themselves. "He thought he could take on the role of a woman," one of them said, shaking her head. "He mocked our burden," another added. "Let him suffer a little longer," one of the younger women suggested, crossing her arms. "And understand what it means to carry a child." The old woman, however, raised her hand. "The spirits have taught him enough. We must show him mercy now." She entered the hut, her old bones creaking as she knelt beside Obi, who was now sobbing from the pain. "Please," Obi begged the old woman, with his voice trembling in pain. "Take this burden away from me. I was wrong. I thought it was easy, but I can't bear it any longer." The old woman looked into his eyes, seeing the fear and regret. "You played with forces you did not understand, child. It is not for men to carry this pain. But the spirits have heard your plea." With that, she took a small bottle of potion from her bag and gave it to Obi to drink. The pain slowly faded, and his swollen belly shrunk until it returned to its normal size. Obi collapsed in relief, tears running down his face. "You have learned a great lesson today," the old woman said softly, standing up with the help of her stick. "Do not mock the roles given to you by the spirits. Each has its own challenges, and none is greater than the other." From that day on, Obi was a changed man. He no longer boasted of his powers, and he respected the natural order of things. The villagers, too, learned to appreciate the quiet strength of the women who carried life within them, and Obi became a healer who listened, not just to the spirits, but to the wisdom of others. And the wind carried the old woman's words through the village. There is strength in every role, and no man or woman should walk the other's path without respect. The moral of the story is that pride and arrogance can lead to unnecessary suffering, and each role in life comes with its own unique challenges that should be respected.